Hey everyone, this is Paul with UnwiredThinking.com. Alrighty, so I've had Snow Leopard for about a week now, and I've installed the programs that I really use a lot. And I just finished blogging about these programs, and I thought it'd be a good idea to show you graphically what some of those look like and kind of how they work. So you're looking at my Leopard desktop, and I will start with the first app. I have about 10 minutes for this webcast, so I'm going to stream through these apps as quick as I can. This is not a tutorial on how to use the app, but kind of just a first look on how the apps are and kind of how I use them. So the first app is App Cleaner. So let's go there. App Cleaner. Alrighty, so this is App Cleaner. You can see you've got a bunch of apps here. You've got installed widgets, installed plugins. What App Cleaner does is it will delete an app and any files associated with that app. So you can either do it from this interface where you'll select an app and hit uninstall, or you can go to preferences and enable what's called Smart Delete. So I've already enabled it, but if you hadn't, you'd hit, like I said, preferences, Smart Delete, and then enable. And what that does is, when I just now quit out of that program, it has another program running in the background which is monitoring my trash can or deleting files. And if I do delete a file which has associated files, it will take care of those as well. Like for example, let's just say I wanted to get rid of AppFresh. So drag and drop it there. Now typically it would not bring open this window, but because I am running that process in the background, it's letting me know that, hey, I've got this property list here in my home directory somewhere, and then this other support file. Do I want to delete those as well? So I typically would if in fact I wanted to delete that app. I don't in this case, but you can see how it's not only deleting the app, but any associated files you don't have cruft in your system over time. So cancel that. In fact, I do not want to delete him. So that's AppFresh, basically to keep cleanly delete apps. Next one is, oh, what am I saying? You know what? That was App Cleaner. It's cleanly delete apps. AppFresh was the one I deleted, which I will now talk about. Opening AppFresh, you can see it's got all my apps here, and it's going to run through them, figuring out what version I'm using and what's the latest version that's been released for that app. You can see there's 5 available. It's telling me these guys could use some updates. Now, you can have AppFresh go and do the updates for you, or you can manually update the apps yourself. I typically do the latter. So in this case, I'm going to close out AppFresh, and I know that CyberDuck is one of them. So I've just put that. And in fact, CyberDuck is the next app that I'm going to talk about, so we'll open that. So I know CyberDuck, well, typically I would keep AppFresh open, see that list, and then go one by one and have the apps update themselves. But in this case, we're not going to go through all that trouble. CyberDuck, if I was still talking about that last app, I'd hit check for update, it would find it, and it would do its own update. But to tell you a little more about CyberDuck, open a connection. This is an FTP program, well, FTP and more. So you can use any of these protocols, whether it's FTP, SFTP, even Amazon's SS3 storage. You connect over one of those protocols with your authentication information. It's going to, of course, show you the directory listing of what's there, and then to upload or download files, you can grab a file from here and drop it into on your desktop somewhere or in Finder, or you can grab something from Finder and drop it right in as well. So it makes the FTP process quite easy, and you do have a history, and you can bookmark your favorite sites, etc. So it's very easy to drag and drop FTP file, or rather any files on remote machines via CyberDuck. So let's see. Let's get out of there. Next, is Firefox next? Yep, Firefox is next. I'm not going to go into that one because I think most of us already know how to use Firefox and kind of what that looks like. It's the same as it is on on Microsoft. So Geekbench. Okay, don't need to speak too much about this one. Basically, it's a benchmark setup. So you'll hit Run Benchmarks. It will do typically, I want to say, memory, CPU, multi-threading, some graphics, benchmarks around those areas, and give you a score at the end. pretty self-explanatory there. Monolingual. Now, this one will take me a little bit of time because I really appreciate this program. So opening it up, you can see it's got a lot of languages. What this does is it'll go through your system and remove any of these languages that you're not using. When app developers ship apps, typically they're going to bundle a lot of things in this app. They're going to bundle multiple languages and maybe multiple architectures. Well, you know, if you're like me, you can get by with just reading all the apps in English or whatever your native language is. So you don't typically need all these. Like, for instance, for me, Danish doesn't really appeal to me. Neither does Dutch. English, okay, I use that one. But a lot of these I'm not going to use. So I would check all the ones that I'm not using and hit remove. Once I do that, you'll see a status, which we'll go through and remove all those files. At the end, I know for me, after installing all my apps then running it, it saved me about 800 megs. So quite useful there. Input menu, these are typically going to be a lot of keyboards. You'll select the ones you don't need, remove those. Architectures, same difference. Like I said, a lot of developers, when they're shipping apps, they're going to, like if it's a universal binary, they'll have the code in to run it as PowerPC as well. So for me, I only need Intel x86 32-bit and Intel 64-bit. I can remove the rest. Between the three categories, you'll probably get back, I don't know, maybe a gigabyte of storage. So that's great. Next one's Onyx. Now, I'm not using Onyx here, but as soon as it comes out for Snow Leopard, I'll certainly get it. You can see if I chart around here, it'll say, you know, does not work with this version. But basically, Onyx is great because it allows you to do a few things. One, clean caches. Two, run maintenance scripts. Three, it gives you options to change, like configuration options to change settings on some OS settings or some system application settings that you might not normally have access to. Let's see, going through Pandora Jam. Now this one's, man, I don't have much time, but Pandora Jam's a great app. Basically, just to run through it quickly, it's gonna talk to your Pandora account, stream the music down, and in addition, you see it's got this red button here. It's actually recording the songs that it's playing. Yeah, okay then. It's recording the songs that it's playing, and that will get auto imported into iTunes, and then iTunes will catalog, get album art, any other information about the song. So once you've got those MP3s, you can put them on other devices like a MP3 player, or you play the music offline, fast forward, skip, etc. So Pandora's great. Pandora Jam's great for getting those streams from Pandora that you might want to listen to more than once in a file format and putting it on said device. And like I said, iTunes is kind of there as well, linked up with it to provide all that background information on the music. So quickly running through. Man, I got about a minute and a half. Okay. Let's see. Onyx talked about OpenOffice. I can talk about OpenOffice since I don't have it installed, since I do have Microsoft Office. However, OpenOffice is a Office suite similar to Microsoft Office, and the Aqua version is built just for OS X. Had I not already had Microsoft Office, in fact, in the beginning, before I got Microsoft Office 2008, I was using OpenOffice, and it was great. I had no problems with it. This one's a little bit faster and a little more compatible with my other coworkers who are using Windows, so I use that now, but I can't say enough for OpenOffice. Getting down more, let's see. Onyx, OpenOffice, 9 minutes. Give me one more minute. Remote desktop connection. Okay, this guy, if you're connecting to Windows boxes and you want to be on that desktop, just as if you were running that, right in front of that machine, that's the way to go. Next, Super Duper. This is, nope, that's a paid app. Skip that one. Unrare X. This one, if you've got RAR files, which you need to unarchive, you run this the first time and it'll link any .rar file. This will automatically open, and you can put it in, if you got to extract it with a password, you can do that, so forth. Very lightweight app. You can see it's only a 1.3 megs. Last app is VLC. Don't have much time, but it's kind of it's a multimedia player similar to it's a multimedia player for me. It's similar to Winamp since I use it for my MP3s. Alrighty, thanks.